we have got an 1800 Rover K-Series engine running Piper cams. Not 100% sure, but I think it may have had some head work done on it as well. Yamaha R1 carbs, whatever you want to call them. Custom exhaust manifold, tubular manifold obviously. Can't really see too much of that from here because of the sunlight. MGTF gearbox, some sort of diff in it. I can't remember what he said was in it. That's really enough, isn't it, to have some fun in one of these things. We're gonna road test it anyway, see what it's like, but I can imagine, I mean, the power figure we were told it was, I think it was around the 160 horsepower mark, something like that. Obviously been used properly, as you can see. Yeah, let's get it in here in the normal light so we can actually see things properly. We'll go over some of the bits we're going to be doing on it. I think I might just work out here today. What's that thing in the sky? Absolutely boiling here. It's like a freezer in there. Let's have a look, see if we can. It's not launching. Huh? Did anyone? Huh? What the? Oh God, I can't do that. Oh no. Can't see anything obvious. Studs aren't loose. What on earth? Oh. That's just keys. Don't know if you can make that out. Oh wow, that one's really bad. The plot thickens. It's on the phone to the customer now. The holes are really ungated out. Obviously it's come loose before when it's being driven or raced or something. It's round, it's, you know, the holes aren't round anymore. If the wheel bolt's done up, the wheel's wobbling around. There's nothing wrong with the wheel bearing. Didn't expect that to crop up, to be honest. Well, let's see what they want to do about it. See what we can do about it. It's on the ramp now. It's had an engine oil flush put in it. It's having a coolant flush. Just want to check a few things over for them on it. Potentially check. It smells a little bit of petrol in there, so we're going to have a look at that. Let's get into it. Oh wow, pretty tight. Bit tight. Oh, there we go. Mess we make with this. A funky colour. I'll tell you that much. It is a funky colour. Okay. MG Rover oil filter on it. Don't look that old. We just let all this run out a bit more. Get the oil filter off. See how we go. It does look a little bit suspicious, that colour of that oil. Hopefully, there's nothing to worry about there. There's no overheating issues or anything like that, so let's dig a little bit deeper. Let's see what comes out. What it looks like. Yeah, that's the same look. That is the same. Oh, good. I don't know, man. I don't know at this stage. Let's just hope for the best, shall we? But whilst all that is draining down, have a little look under this car. See what it's like as far as an old Mini at this age goes. Old gal now. Overall though, from what I've seen, it's really not that bad. Let's just have a look, see. Really not too bad at all corrosion wise. There's a little bit of corrosion up here. What we'll probably do is we'll get it sort of cleaned up and retreated, because obviously this is you can see it's been done before. I don't think anything's really been covered up. Just Just little, you know, little blisters. They are known for it. I say yeah. Yeah, it's all just sort of bit of surface corrosion on components. Obviously had a couple of little bits done to it over the years, but which many hasn't? It's really not bad at all. Obviously the driveline and that side of things, that's all been looked after. As far as these minis go, it is really pretty good under it. I mean, it's obviously been a race car, probably hill climbing or something, judging by the interior. We'll go on to the interior after we've done these sort of things, just basically show you around the car. But you know, these minis are renowned for where the subframes mount. They rot out and rust, but there's literally no evidence of any of that on here. I mean, I imagine it was fully stripped at some point. We'll clean up a couple of these bits. We'll give it all a clean up. We'll put some fresh Schultz on it as well, just to keep it preserved. But it's quite a lovely little example, to be fair. You know, even the this exhaust, you know, it's a proper, I think it's a Sportex exhaust system on it. That's in good nick, obviously. But even the way the engine conversion has been done, things have been thought about and done nicely. I mean, even if we look up here, see some of these modified things come in with awful exhaust systems, but this has actually been done really nicely. Perfectly match up, decent flexi. Some of them just come with a solid pipe and that is no good. You know, it's been thought about. Yeah, very nice. It is a little bit creamy coming out of there. So what I'm going to do now is I'll drop this back down. We've got loads of little bits of oil left from servicing on other cars where they've supplied their own oil. Run a load through the top, help push any of this other stuff back out, best chance, and then we'll go from there. Chuck this half a litre in. It's coming through a bit clearer. I might put a little bit more through it, just to give it its best chance, really. Level's done, had a coolant flush, engine oil flush, it's all been topped back up, so let's start her up. Oh my god, whoa, it's a bit snug, sort of slide into it here. The engine's still a little bit warm, so in theory, shouldn't need the choke, but let's just see how it goes. That clicking's the facet fuel pump in the back. Just gonna have a listen under the bonnet, see how it sounds. I'd say that sounds quieter than it did before. Sounds a lot smoother than it did before. Just keep an eye on it. I'm gonna let it run for a few minutes and make sure we can't see anything dodgy going on. Nice and hot, up to temperature now.
boiling over or anything. Level stayed where it should, I think. This will be road tested, so stick around for that. Right now though, as per that problem where we thought what was the wheel bearing turned out to be that wheel, the owner is actually on the way down with another set of wheels this afternoon. We'll be able to get those on, make sure it's safe. For the minute, back up in the air, let's clean the underside and get some more underbody protection put on it. And after that we'll have a look. Quick look around the interior. I haven't really shown that, so we'll do that after that. Just get all this stuff done first. Bit of extra protection done now on the underside, the seals and that. Give them a wire brush off and any loose flaky stuff off, and clean it, blow it off, and get some shelps on it just to give it an extra layer of protection. Not trying to cover anything up now. It's, you know, gone along all the main points all the way through both sides, just to protect it that little bit more. Seals, gone along all of those, cleaned all those up, put some fresh shelps on both sides. We'll get it down now, wait for the wheels to turn up so we can swap them on, and hopefully that'll stop the knock-in. If not, let's go down another route. A couple of days later actually, from when I was messing about with this before, because we're so busy with other stuff. Like, oh my god, yesterday, Wednesday, it was just mental. But we've got another wheel on it now. Had to do a little bit of work with the threads on the studs and sort those out where they had some damage. The other nuts, they're just them things, them cheap, generic nuts. The threads, they're no good. Like, they were getting on and locking up like halfway through and that. Funnily enough, the thing that's sorted it, you know, really nicely, is we got a load of these. They're off a Ford Focus. Straight on there. Perfect. So that's sorted. I am gonna road test this in a minute. We'll see how that goes. I'll be on board with that. So have a quick look around the interior, see what's going on in there. Pretty normal to see in these sort of things that have been done. Obviously it's completely stripped out. Roll cage as well, obviously. Stiffen it up, and you don't want to roll it on its roof. There's the management up in there. Basic stuff in here. AFR gauge, so we can keep an eye on that sort of stuff. All the fan and the heater, that's all still working as it should. I mean, really, there's not really anything else to really show in here. It's just stripped out completely with a roll cage and 2 bucket seats. Lovely. Love that steering wheel. Absolutely love it. Ain't really anything else to show with that side of things, to be honest. So let's do a couple of checks, make sure all the wheel bolts are torqued up, and do a couple of brake checks in the yard and that, and we'll go for a run. Just gonna take it for a slow drive around our industrial estate first, just to check a few things. Ooh. Jesus Christ, the suspension's hard on this thing. Oh, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Oh, lorries everywhere now, isn't there? crashing around or anything like that. Let's do this up a bit. Yeah, no nasty knocks or bangs or anything like that. Oh, torque steering already. Just keep an eye on all these gauges as well, make sure we're not so there's nothing funny going on. She loves it. I mean, you can tell it's got a diff in it because it's not trying to pull all over the road. Oh, it is hard in here, I tell you. Got that little whine on that gearbox. Yeah, been a while since I've pulled in something like that. Oh man, I'll tell you, that is fun. That is a hell of a lot of fun. Goes through the gears so quick. Buys this car, they're going to love it. Let's do one little more before we get back. Too much traffic. Before you know it, you're right up behind someone. Got to open this, it's getting hot in here. Oh dear. Couple of gentle little pulls going back into the industrial estate. Of them, oh, do miss that sound. Just so grunty and throaty. Tell you what though, as far as it goes, I mean, you probably could drive this to work every day if you wanted to, but what a little weapon. That was a blast, that was. The main reason it come here, because that back wheel was basically hanging off. It's been interesting having a look round and do a couple of bits on it, show a bit on here to anyone who's, you know, interested in these little things. So it's a bit of a different video to what we usually do here. Usually we're vlogging all this modern stuff that we've got going on. There's a lot going on in the future for this channel. Like, if anyone, you know, if you're new and you haven't been following our channel, like, there's a lot going on in here. This unit in the next couple of months is going to completely change. We're fed up with it just being an absolute mess. Like, you can go back through the old videos if you hit the old subscribe button. We've got a lot of content lined up for the future going forward. Business expansions, going into, you know, once our MOT lane is signed off, like, we got loads going on. Do some, you know, ideas in the pipeline, do some builds and stuff like that with some funny cars. We know a lot of people with some interesting cars, and they're more than happy to come down. In fact, I've got a lovely BMW Z4 coming in tomorrow, which I'm going to do a little feature on. Got a couple of bits to do on that for a friend of ours. Satisfied. It's nice. That thing is, you know, if you were used to that car and drove it every day, I expect you could have a hell of a lot of fun in that. That is pretty nippy for what it is. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everyone enjoyed this this video. A bit different, a bit of feature on a nice little car like that, and we'll see you on the next one.